Mahatma Gandhi, also known as Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, he was the leader of Indian independence movement. Gandhi was born on 2nd October 1869 to a Hindu Bhania family in Porubandar in British India Empire. His father's name was Karamchand Uttamchand Gandhi and his mother's name was Putli Bhai Gandhi. His father served as the Diwan of Porubandar state. Mohandas had two elder half-sisters and three elder siblings. Baby Mohandas grew up to be a very shy child. At school, Mohandas was not a brilliant student. He wed Kasturubai in an arranged marriage in May 1883. He was 13 years old and Kasturubai was 14 years old at the time of their marriage. They had 4 children. At the age of 19, Gandhi went to England at 1888 to become a lawyer. After returning from South Africa to India in 1891, he began to practice law in Bombay. Then he went to South Africa to work at a law firm. There he witnessed rampant acts of racism and discrimination which angered him greatly. Once he was asked to move from the first class in a train in spite of having a valid ticket solely on the basis of his color, and another time he was asked to remove his turban. These incidents angered him and kindled in him the spirit to fight for social justice. He spent over 20 years in the country, during which he helped found the National Indian Congress, which aimed at molding the Indian community of South Africa into a unified political force. Gandhi returned to India in 1915. He joined the Indian National Congress and by 1920 established himself as a dominant figure in the Indian political scenario. His followers gave him the attribute Mahatma, meaning great soul. He called for all the Indians to unite as one, irrespective of the divisions of religion, caste and creed in the country's fight for the independence. He advocated non-cooperation with British rule, which included a boycott of British goods in favor of Indian-made products. In 1921, he was made the leader of the Indian National Congress, the party that was fighting for the independence. Gandhi was arrested on 10th March 1922, tried for sedition and imprisoned for 2 years. In 1930, as a British government imposed tax on the salt, Gandhi took a 400 kilometers march to seashore called Dundee. Then he made salt with his own hands to show his protest against the evil tanks. He was joined by thousands of followers in this symbolic act of defiance against British rule. This campaign was one of his most successful at upsetting British hold on India. British responded by imprisoning over 60,000 people. The Second World War broke out in 1939 and Gandhi thought it to be the right time to force a Britishers to quit. He invoked a movement in 1942 called the Quit India Movement. He was imprisoned for 2 years and released before the end of the war in 1944. By the year 1947, the British government has enough troubles to seek India and England. So, they leave India but only after dividing it into 2 countries, India and Pakistan. India got independent, but India was not a peaceful process. It led to violent clashes between the Hindus and Muslims. Gandhi repeatedly went to the hunger strikes to restore peace among the country. On 30th January 1948, as Gandhi completed a 2-day hunger strike in New Delhi, he was shot dead by a Hindu nationalist called nathuram godse at the age of 78. He established a principle called Gandhism, and the 2 pillars of Gandhism are truth and non-violence. So friends, this is about the brief overview of Gandhi. So in this view, I need to share one thing. Where there is love, there is life. This is said by Mahatma Gandhi. So friends, if you really like way of I am explaining, please like, share and subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you.